because I was away from it for all of 15 seconds. I still don't get that. I'll leave it on in the background for like 45 minutes to an hour, and it'll still be live and running, so I can pick it back up. But I'll switch to another app and come back less than 30 seconds later, and it'll restart.
I hate that. Like, I tab out to, like, send a text, and then I come back in, and then it's, like, rebooted on me.
Right.
It's like what are you doing?
So weird. All right, let me... Very, very safely, I'm only approaching Twitter from the link through YouTube so I can post this. And I am avoiding the rest of Twitter for another day and a half.
We go.
Sammy's in the house. What's up, buddy? How's it going, man?
Oh, you got Sammy on your side of the stream.
I've got one person watching my stream, and it is none other than Mr. Pastor himself.
Stream link in my description again.
And I'll do the same. I just kept the same description from the other day, so the link to your channel is still in my description down below. But yeah, let me do the link to your stream as well. Yeah, Sammy, I'm still I'm barely on Twitter. Like, I kind of keep it to my notifications and that's it. I'm not seeing Avengers until middle of the day on Sunday, so I'm just pretty much on internet lockdown as much as I can be. And Sammy is saying I'm swamped with work. What? I am shocked. No way, buddy.
Oh, Sammy, like, always swamped with work.
Seriously. We still need to... Sammy, we still need to get you a vacation, man.
Sammy a vacation.
That is the new hashtag. That should trend. That needs to trend.
Am I audible coming through your chat there?
Let's see. I'm trying to...
People in your stream hear me?
Insane Devil is here. Hui is here as well. So yeah, if you guys can answer, because I'm, of course, keeping my own chat muted. Can you all tell me if you can hear Rynot speaking? Go ahead, buddy.
Let me know. Let Droid know if you guys can hear me through his stream. Just let him know what my volume is like, if I'm too loud, if I'm too quiet. Just so that Droid can test out the volume levels, because he's doing a new setup with me tonight. Just let him know if you can hear me clearly or not.
Doc Strange in the house. What's up, Doc? Good playing with you, buddy. Yeah, Insane Devil is saying they can hear you. Doc Strange can hear you. So that's good, at least.
Alrighty, so now that, yeah, okay, perfect. Insane saying I can hear you clearly. Wonderful. Okay, so, with that out of the way, let me kind of break down the theory that I want to test for both sides of the stream here. So...
Did you send me an invite, by the way? Sorry to interrupt. Because I see that's up there. Oh, no, you haven't. My bad. Continue. I'll shut up now.
I'm going to send you the invite now. What I want to try is, I want to try running Dungeon 2. Doing super quick speed runs of Dungeon 2. And seeing how many points we can get up to of time to doing dungeons like Dungeon 4 and Dungeon 5. Because the main thing about Dungeon 2, the final boss does not have the node that makes you take 3% degen if one of the linked nodes is still up. The two linked nodes are just 100% attack and health. And that's it. Typically, one person can clear their side and go into the boss and kill the boss, and you're not going to be degenning any health. And then you get the room completed and you move on. They droid what it is, and then I was checking the nodes. The nodes in that dungeon, like, there's no real BS nodes. It's basically just extra health, extra armor, and a couple of other things that are really not too difficult to deal with. I think the most annoying one in there was Martial Mastery.
Oh, and that's
Don't
not
get
bad.
hit, you're fine.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
that's getting hit every 6 times, I think, you get stunned.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is to just take out any champion, because the nodes effectively don't matter. And from looking at the nodes, communicating which one we want downed, confirming it, going in, killing that node, then waiting for the other person to finish up their node so that we can move in on our mini-bosses, both mini-bosses to be down to move in on the final boss. It's basically just kill a first enemy, kill the mini-boss, and then whoever can get in on the boss first just goes in and kills the boss, even if another Link's node is still up.
Okay.
We crush these dungeons in like a minute and a half to 2 minutes each, through, and see how many points you can get.
Sounds good to me, my friend.
That's the theory. I'm just really curious, because when I was doing it earlier today, after we finished room 5, I think is what it was, and the final boss with one of the Link's nodes up still only had 20k health.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Which is super manageable.
Right. Even with our 4-star teams.
Exactly, and I was using maxed out 3 stars this morning.
Oh, nice.
Easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and start here.
All right, just saw that.
So
I just,
I'm good.
I'm good too.
And okay, so you have to have put in are actually too strong.
Are you serious?
Because it's so the lowest dungeon we can actually do right now is dungeon 4.
That's actually pretty funny.
Let's do this. So let's just do dungeon 4 since we've already committed these teams.
Okay.
Right, so I'm gonna go in on dungeon 4. We'll get as far as we can. Why don't we then come back in with 330 champions? 330 4 stars?
Yeah, that should be fine. I would hope that rating is low enough.
By the way, are you cool if I take the mutant side?
I figured you would, since you've got Star-Lord and Sparky. But I brought in Ultron just in case, in case I needed to cover or something.
No worries. If you can take out
3, you said? You cut out for a second. Rynot.
out again, yeah, node 3.
Node 3. There you go. Yeah, I just heard you. All right, so yeah, node 3 it is. Why don't you take out node 1 from me?
Cool. Done these last night and the night before. I think we'd probably be able to get up to it. Make sure that was relative.
Yeah, I mean, I'm game to go as far as we can. Like, we don't have to stop early. Just because we screwed up the text thing. That is pretty funny, though, that we overdid it without even trying.
I didn't realize that it should be like a max.
Well, I wasn't worried about the max, of course. I was just kind of worried about, like, I just kind of assumed there'd be a minimum, Like, if you wanted to, even if you brought in all 5 specialists, if you really wanted to run Dungeon 1 or Dungeon 2, just do it. Like, they wouldn't stop you, is my point.
That's what I'm wondering. I guess in a way also it sort of prevents people from coming in with like a team of maxed out 5 stars, their friend who just started and going dungeon 1, able to get up to like room 20 or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that was the point of the whole, brackets when it comes to these milestones. Their argument, and I know you and I were talking about this the other night, where, the whole argument is they don't want the newer players to have access to the, the 4-star and the 5-star crystals that the more experienced players can get.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see, by the way, I mean, I know I put it in our group chat, and one of the others as well. Did you see that post that I had copied over from the forums that they announced earlier this afternoon?
No, I don't think I did.
Well, so essentially, I can't go into all of it right now because it would take forever, but basically they had said, oh yeah, so we apologize that we weren't really clear about the information about the brackets ahead of time. We should have let you know it's based on prestige and talked about numbers and really given you a clear direction as to where we were going with all this. So we apologize for that. Some of the progression wasn't working the way that we wanted to, so they made a few changes as well. The top 2 brackets kind of just got combined into one big super bracket, basically. They added an additional milestone to the top bracket, so not that it's extra, but they just broke it down a little bit more to spread out the rewards a little bit. And supposedly, starting tomorrow as well, you'll get more points for running Dungeon 6, because again, they just said that people who are running Dungeon 6 were not getting as many points as they should to progress through the milestones.
Interesting. So there's now a new milestone. There's going to be another milestone after 7,000 or 7,500.
Well, no. So yeah. So that's, I was trying to rephrase it better. So it's not that they added an additional milestone. They just added a milestone so that it's the same rewards and the same total number of points. They just spread it out more. Let me.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'll pull it up on my laptop here next to me, and while I'm doing that, figure out which node you would like me to take down for you.
3, because I don't want Magneto to have True Strike against a Sparky.
Oh yeah, and Limber shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, so they really broke it down. It is by prestige. It's not by player rating, by the way. And so yeah, so they broke down 0 to 500 prestige. That's one bracket. 500, 1 to 1,000, and so on and so forth. So yeah, if your prestige is 4,200 plus, that is essentially the last 2 brackets all combined. And so now there's 6 milestones.
Mine is.
What's that? Oh, okay, nice. So now there's 6 milestones instead of 5, but the top milestone still is the 7,500 points, and the dark artifacts still are the 1,950. So it's not that they added any rewards, they just spread it out so that you could progress a little bit easier than the current 5 milestone system for that top bracket.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Heal block. And what the heck is this? Electric fluctuations. This is another new one. The duration of the attacker's buffs is reduced by 3.5 seconds, and if they are a robot, they suffer reduced ability accuracy. You can take that one. I'm not worried about heal block just yet. And you said number 3, so I'm heading that way.
Also, I made an observation last night. I can't remember if you were in the chat or not when I came across this. So the first champion in each map is it's unknown. You're not going to know who the champion is until you start the fight.
Correct.
If the champion that you are about to fight resistant charges, there's a select screen right before you go into the fight. The icon will be there next to their power rating and help you determine whether or not it can help you narrow down who your potential options are.
Right. No, that's cool at least.
Playing Dungeons last night, whenever there was a persistent charge icon there, I'm like, this is probably a MODOK. I would go in expecting to fight MODOK.
And sure enough.
Charge icon,
Right.
and then it was MODOK. But then if there was no persistent charge icon, I'd be like, okay, I know this is not going to be a MODOK.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's a good point.
Prepare in this sense as you're going into the fight. It's just a little interesting thing that I.
Right, and so yeah, I mean, you know, I'll look again at the start of this next room. I'm assuming it's kind of similar to, you know, some of the higher Alliance War maps, where I'm assuming they don't have like any of the tags for your mystery fight. I mean, it's literally just totally blank.
So it's the exact same thing as if it's completely unknown.
Right.
Crappy Star-Lord's prestiges until you see him next to like a Stark Spidey.
I know. I mean, mine, you know, I have my 5-star at rank 4, who is awakened, and his sig level is, I have gotten into triple digits. I mean, it's, you know, 105, 110, somewhere in there. And he's not even close to my top 4. Like, he's 5th, maybe 6th in terms of prestige. Yeah, it's just, it's such garbage. Which is a shame, because he's such a, you know, he's such a war horse in this game.
The way the new Captain America is confirmed science.
I saw a little bit of that, and I, you know, because I, of course, subscribe to a bunch of people, and I know Dooley Ray, he did some video breakdowns, and I briefly saw, like, the hint of a post from Otrix about him, and it seems like Thanos is pretty much not going to be playable.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely not.
Which is a shame. Not unexpected, but still a shame.
Of course not. Take out number 3.
Number 3, Arc Overload. No big deal. And go ahead and take out...
Attack.
Yeah, go ahead and take out 2 for me. Hey, Iron Cuff. How's it going, buddy?
Android stream.
Yeah, Iron Cuff, feel free to check out Rynot as well. Similar to the other night, we're both live streaming. We were attempting to test a theory, and unfortunately, we made ourselves too powerful to test said theory. So we're just working through Dungeon 4 right now, and we'll test that out again after we get through this. I don't know why I'm letting the Loki smack me around. He's doing like 0 damage, but there we go. Alright.
Off work for 2 weeks.
You are? Oh yeah, today was your last day until after the honeymoon?
It's obviously. It's just gonna be nice to have some time off.
Oh, for sure. And I think I heard you briefly, because again, I know I wasn't in your stream too long yesterday, and of course, you know, you're mostly focused on the fights. Did you say your honeymoon is going to be in Newfoundland? I think that was a yes. You're cutting out a little bit.
Yes, that is where we are going.
Nice. Yeah, it seems to be...
It should be a nice, relaxing trip.
Oh, heck yeah, for sure. I don't know why. I thought I had a pretty powerful internet, but I think because I have you on Discord on my laptop for whatever reason, I've never dipped into red for my stream health, but I'm at a constant yellow, which is odd. I mean, it's Discord. It's not like it's burning up that much internet, even though we're on voice chat. Silly Comcast. I was about to ask you, do you want them? But yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'll go in and get a little bit of healing back on Sparky, but I'm not sure how much it will be with the cold snap
Yeah, that's true.
advantage. So the cold snap won't be doing as much damage as it could, unless I run in. Go ahead and and I'm gonna take a little bit more damage than I would like.
Right.
By the way, not at all. I don't do those kind of things.
You don't... Wait, what?
I don't run into random heavy attacks from my camp.
Oh, yeah. No, of course not. Who would do such a thing? Alright.
One of the things that I'm looking forward to doing is after, like these dungeons are kind of like all said and done, I'm going to like re-download my live streams off of YouTube and put like a compilation together of like my favorite moments throughout the dungeons.
Oh, nice. That's a good idea.
I had a couple really, really funny moments last night. Blade literally one-shotting a loot cage from full health to 0 in one swing.
Nice.
Was fun. By the way, go ahead and take out number 3.
Sounds good. And go ahead and take out 1. I might as well just not even deal with it.
So yeah, so I had I took out loot cage with literally one swing, and then in a different fight, I slipped up with Star-Lord to hell, so he went down to like 20%. I got into a dungeon. The mini boss on my side was going to be Rhino, and one of the notes that I could leave up on Rhino was the aspect of chaos, the King Brute node from this month's event quest.
Oh, yes.
Leave that one up. I'm going to use it. But I was back up to health. I got started up to 97% by the time the fight was done.
Nice.
In that 4-second window when our health pool switched, I was able to kill Rhino with a special 1. Both pools were about to switch back. And so I walked out of that fight with like 97% health on Star-Lord.
See, that's like the perfect way to do it. For the most part, when I was doing the event quest, I could just not get into the right rhythm. Especially when I was using Blade, and so then when the bars would flip, I'd start doing my own regen. And I'm like, no, stop. All I'm doing is essentially giving him health when the bars switch back. It was, yeah. Like, it's fun, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, in the moment, it definitely got very annoying. White...
No, for sure. Especially on Uncollected.
Oh, God, that was brutal. Like, for whatever reason, when I did my first full run of Uncollected, it was fine. Like, I kind of got through it. When I went to do my 100% on that first night, for whatever reason, every time I went into it, I just could not get it down at all.
One of the tactics that I started using for that fight is, what I would do is I would go in with a character that was basically dead. Once the health pools would switch and King Groot went down to like 3%, if he was playing really defensively and I couldn't get in, I would pause and quit the fight. Would still have only 3% health.
Oh, there you go.
The initial parry and kill him in like 2 hits.
Right.
Before our health pool switched again.
Yeah,
so that method really kind of helps me there.
I'm sure. When in doubt, be sneaky. I like it.
I mean, when in doubt, quit the fight.
Yeah, that's true. White Bronco asking... Yeah, I know, right? White Bronco asking, Ghost Rider or Blade? Well, my friend, advantage always seems to go to Blade. I don't know what context you're asking it in. Literally just Ghost Rider or Blade. But yeah, gotta go Blade.
Right answer is actually both.
Fact.
Both for the synergy. Ghost Rider needs to be nerfed.
Yeah, right. Ghost Rider 2 OP. Alright, keeping it moving.
That was Route 4, and that was still really easy with the rosters that we've got. I know Sparky's taken a little bit of damage, but, for the most part, still feeling pretty good.
Oh, yeah, same
now
here.
I got a night.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, I got smacked around by Loki a couple of times, but again, he was basically doing no damage, so I'm not worried about that at all.
Yeah. Well, at least you've got a Quake 2 for this Dormammu coming up, so hopefully that won't be too annoying.
Oh, she's all I've been using, because I've had Mephisto now for at least 2 maps, or 2 rooms so far, and she's killing it, of course, because I'm barely even hitting him, so it doesn't even trigger his regen.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna leave you up, I know you're probably gonna use Quake, but I'm gonna leave up Dash Vulnerability.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and take out 2.
That looks brutal.
Yeah, I noticed that, again, Doc Strange and I were doing a run before this, and I noticed that as well. That is really brutal, especially if you get a super high combo and then you just happen to slip up. Like, you get dead fast.
You're dead. Take out number 3, because an enhanced special 1 Nightcrawler. Regular Nightcrawler.
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. Alright, so 3 it is. Oh, and real fast, White Bronco was responding. Ghost Rider or Blade in a real-life fight? The answer is Ghost Rider, because he can take Blade's soul. Yeah, very, very tricky there, White Bronco. I was hoping you were going to say something totally off the wall, White Bronco, like something like, you know, who has the best outfit, or, you know, who's got the best quotes, or something weird.
Okay. Best tattoos.
Best tattoos, there we go. Well, Blade automatically wins because Ghost Rider ain't got no skin.
No?
What'd you say? All I heard was the word now. It's, you got me. I am I'm skinist. That's what it is. I'm skinist.
Like the furthest thing from an actual Infinity War spoiler. I saw somebody say that they were hoping that the way that Infinity War is going to end is that Thanos is standing tall, the rest of the Avengers are dead, but then Blade comes in with Ghost Rider and kills Thanos, and then high-five Stark Spidey on the way out.
Nice.
Alright, Nightcrawler's out.
Alright. Quake is a little rough, so I'll probably want to take on that Colossus and get some health back. Presuming I don't die.
The only ironic part about that, though, is that you can't use the bird styles back.
No, that's true, but oh my god, he is dying so fast. And he is so dead! That was an awesome fight. I don't know if it was supposed to work that way, but I think her aftershocks were also being affected by that node. So I wrecked him super fast.
Vulnerability.
What's that?
Dash vulnerability, because that's what I left up.
Right, so I'm guessing because again, it's, you know, 200% more damage, and it doesn't specify where the damage has to come from.
But the thing is that it's only during a dash. I was thinking this last night that in these dungeons, dash vulnerability seems bugged. I was fighting a classic Ultron on the first day or something, whenever Tech was in. What have been yesterday. I was fighting the classic Ultron with Blade. Attack, and in a combo.
Whoa.
It's not like 200% increased damage during an intercept. It's like damage throughout the whole fight.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it seems like the dash vulnerability is bugged just in these dungeons, or that's as a whole now, but it definitely does not seem to be functioning properly.
Right. I mean, it would make sense that it would apply for Quake's Aftershock. Because again, once I get the first one going, if I dash back, I'm holding the block. If he's going to come at me, he is dashing forward. So in theory, he should be getting that extra damage. So that makes sense. But yeah, what you're describing sounds like it is definitely bugged. So then once again, I don't even care what 2 is. Just take out 2 because 1 is dash vulnerability.
Okay, now.
Let's see, for you, brute force.
Protection shielding too. If the defender would lose more than 4% health from a single source, that damage is capped and shield shuts down for 8 seconds. Okay.
So it looks like at the very least it would get capped, but then you would have 8 seconds where you'd be able to do max damage again before it re-triggers itself.
And it's an Iceman, so I don't like the way that the AI plays out in these dungeons. So take out brute force and leave that protection shielding up. So take out node 3 for me, please.
Gotcha. And yeah, like I said, I'm literally not even looking at 2. I don't care what 2 is. Just take it out.
It's limber.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Like, if you're using Quake, it applies.
Right. Oh, a Dr. Voodoo.
Got a storm. Not in Toronto, like I'm fighting a storm.
Ah.
So funny, it's so bad.
When did you say you're seeing it on Sunday? It's not till later in the evening, right?
10 to 11 p.m.
Woo! And you know it's not even counting any trailers. It's 2.5 hours, right?
But, like, again, I don't have work Monday morning because I'm off, so
That's true.
I can be up as long as I want. Basically, like, Marvel Lord of the Rings.
There you go. So most likely, I feel we'll probably chat about it on Monday. Well, it will be Monday anyway, pretty much by the time it's over.
Monday, and I'll still be watching the damn thing.
Yeah, even for me, maybe, because I'm only 3 hours behind you.
Afternoon, right? So
What's that?
locally for you on Sunday.
Yeah, you said what? It's 10:50 or whatever you've seen it?
Wraps up. It'll still be Sunday for you.
Just barely. Just barely. I'm sure I'll already be asleep by the time you're out of it, because I do have work in the morning, so...
Node is essentially just like a 4% ice armor. Essentially.
Right. And it's not constant. It's what? It happens once and then it goes away for 8 seconds.
It comes back up.
So that's not bad. So at least it's not capped, you know, like with that, I forget what that one specific node is, you know, where you can only deal a certain amount of damage every time you do. They get that extra buff. I know, I can't think of the name of it for the life of me.
Buffs. Do you want to go in with Quake, by the way, and get a little bit more health back on it?
Yeah, that's fine.
I forget the name of the buff. Like they get stacks of fury whenever you would deal more than like 5%.
Right.
Of their attack or something.
And then what was it? After they get 5 stacks of fury, all of their attacks are unstoppable. I think it is.
Unblockable, yeah.
Unblockable, that's what it is. Yeah, whatever that node is called. Yeah.
Does anybody in either one of us know what that node is called?
Alright, he is down.
For it. And, alright, we're gonna go room 7?
We're gonna go room 7.
My roster.
Yeah, because you haven't had anybody knocked out yet, right?
And Sparky's at around 50%, so...
It's not bad. And yeah, Quake is about 60% maybe. So yeah, we're both in good shape. True Strike. I guess you can take out, go number 1 for me for True Strike. Because her unblockable special 1, that doesn't do anything.
Exactly. You can go ahead and take out number 3, because I don't like the,
Oh yeah, this is another new
gain
one.
a bunch of power.
Blocked attacks cause the defender to gain 7.5% power. If the blocked attack dealt 0 damage, so like if it was a perfect block, the amount of power gain is doubled, so they would get 15% power per... Wow.
And
No.
it's a Nightcrawler, so that's one of the ways to switch him.
Yeah.
So I don't want to deal with that.
Heck.
I'd rather him have a little bit of armor.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm going to 3.
You should take out 1 for True Strike, right?
Yeah, because again, her unblockable special 1, that doesn't do anything.
It's a super easy special to evade.
Exactly.
And,
And I'll probably just let her actually probably switch it up and use Archangel on her, so hopefully. And she barely even gets to her special 1.
Kind of glad we haven't had any Sabretooth.
Oh man. When I was fighting with Doc Strange right before this, we got through, I think we ended up dying off on the 5th room. We were running Dungeon 5. I had the mutant side, so of the 5 rooms, I swear he was the mini-boss at least 3 times, if not more. Like, every single time a new room would start, I was like, alright, well, of course Sabretooth is going to be there, and I was basically right every single time. Ooh, that was awful. There we go. I got smacked around by half of a guillotine heavy before the stun. Say that again.
Happens like you go in, but then like the second half of the heavy is like it's like you go in just early enough and it clips you.
One, actually I got smacked by the first half of her heavy. But then the stun kicked in from concussion, so I got lucky. I could have easily just been smacked around by both halves. And 2,
I see what you mean.
yeah. So I was on the opposite direction. And 2, White Bronco in my chat. You're gonna enjoy this. White Bronco is asking in my chat, does this guy you're playing with have a YouTube channel? Because I think he would make a great YouTuber also.
Well, thank you very much for the kind words there, White Bronco. If you would like, you can come on over to my channel and become one of my subs.
Yeah, Sadler Arcade is over in mine. Hey, Sadler. And he name dropped you. So, White Bronco, if you look at the description of my video, it's got a link to Rynot's channel. And if you scroll up towards the beginning of the live chat, I actually put the direct link to his current live stream that he is running right now. So either way, you can check him out and drop him a like, drop him a sub, because he definitely puts out a bunch of good stuff.
I will push into the over, I think like 771, 771 right now. Push things to that 1K sub mark, and then once we do, man, that's going to be an insane crystal opening.
I will have the popcorn pre-made and ready to go for that one.
Just welcome to the channel, White Bronco.
Nice.
That is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, I'm
Almost at
somewhere...
1,300 premiums.
Go ahead, yeah.
Right, right now, I'm at almost 1,300 premiums. I have over 322 Star Hero crystals. And about 120 3-star crystals.
And so when you do this, you're going to spin out each individual crystal, right?
So we are going to spin all 1,300 premium crystals.
6-hour live stream. What, is he doing a Path of Labyrinth? No, he's just opening premium hero crystals.
One. I'm not even going to touch them. I'm going to let the game spin them all out.
Oh, God.
A minute per crystal?
Hey, guys, did you hear about that YouTuber who lost all 1,000 of his subs during one live stream?
Oh, man.
That would be funny.
Alrighty, we going to conclude? We going to conclude here?
Yeah, let's go ahead and conclude. And yes, thank you, Sadler, for not dropping any Infinity War spoilers in the chat. That would be like an insta ban right there. That'd pretty much be a immediate ban, I must say.
Favorite things that I've seen in a while was okay, I'm gonna back out and I'm gonna send you another invite.
Go for it.
So Seaton put out a Marvel Strike Force video. I threw a comment on the video, and then of course I get YouTube notifications if anybody like replies to my comment.
Right.
That guy replied to my comment with like this big long message. Is just like, hey, you know, like I've started up a YouTube channel. Come check out my videos. Blah blah blah. Join my alliance. All this thing, and then he copy pasted it and replied to every single other comment on Seaton's video.
Well, see, that one I thought I saw, because I saw his... I think you had directed me to Seaton's Twitter post when he had posted about that. Like, after the fact.
He took an image, and then his reply to it was just like, "You're permanently banned."
Seriously? Well, yeah, because wasn't it like, oh, you know, so subscribe to my channel and watch my videos so you can become a good MCOC player or some such nonsense like that?
But then here's the funny part. So I went to the channel just to see what it was like. It had one video.
Of course. I think I lost you again.
Sorry, the one video was 9 seconds long.
Huh.
Information in the video. All the information was in the description. And these are what the tips were. I kid you not. I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried. Was complete acts 1 through 4.
Hey, that's a good tip.
Second tip. Fair, that is a good tip, but it's all downhill from there.
Oh, good.
Second tip was spend your units on premium hero crystals to 4 stars.
Also a good tip.
I'm so pro. It gets better. Tip number 3. Sell champions you might not use.
Hey now, I mean, these are pro tips we got going here.
I forget what some of the other ones were, but some of the other ones were like play arena and use your weakest champions. Join an alliance. If you do join an alliance, participate in clan wars.
Oh, because those are a thing.
Yeah, that's what they were referred to, clan wars. Like, this ain't Clash of Clans over here, but
right.
I just found it absolutely hilarious.
Like, do you even know what game you're spamming about? Like, come on.
Apparently, some people just do not know. Okay, let's try a team of maxed out 3 stars.
Okay.
330 4-star champions.
Wait, do you want to do 3 stars or do you want to do 330 4 stars?
I meant to say 330 4 stars.
Okay. Alright, who's my usual squad? Trying to think of my arena combinations. And this is me.
I'm gonna take in Hulk, Cable, and Doc Ock.
I'm going to do one of my perfect, not perfect, but one of my 3 champ synergies here. the old... oh, not Luke Cage. No, that's not what I meant. I mean, that would work fine, but where is...
You're saying, tell MCOC Droid that Ghost Rider does have skin. He has the skin when he is in... Okay, well, yeah.
I did see that in my chat, White Bronco. I did see you type that, I promise.
Yeah. So just a disclaimer to everybody in the chat. Droid and I do see what you guys... we do see what you guys comment. It's just very difficult to have a conversation with each other and then respond to our own individual chats when both of our voices are coming through both streams. Chat, please don't think that we're ignoring you guys. It just is very difficult to respond. So just bear that in mind.
What he said.
Dungeon 2. Still too strong for Dungeon 2, but let's
are you serious? Oh my god.
It's what Dungeon 3 is like. So I'm just going to take us into Dungeon 3, since these are only 330 champions. We don't really care too much about them anyway.
Exactly.
I know, because I used a team of maxed out 3 stars this morning, and I could get into Dungeon 2. So I know that will work. So, okay, so... in Dungeon 3, they still have the link enhanced.
Alright, yeah, it's only Dungeon 1 and 2, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Whoa, that's weird. According to my screen, you have not brought in a party, so you are dead. Just thought you might want to know that you're dead.
Cool, thank you.
No glitches with 18.0. None at all whatsoever.
Do you want to go ahead and take out node number 3 for me?
Can do. And... I mean, I'm not really worried about a high combo in these fights, but go ahead and take out number 2.
I just noticed something. My mini-boss is a 5-star, but yours is a 4-star.
Oh, yeah, good point. I mean, Nightcrawler's PI is pretty low. In fact, yeah, the PI of the 5-star Nightcrawler is less than the PI of the 4-star Mordo. Interesting.
Yes, it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Because kabam. I do find it funny that even with with 2 teams, essentially, of 330s, that's still too strong for Dungeon 2, apparently. Very odd.
I don't know. That is really bizarre.
Super Gaming, what's going on, buddy? Glad you could stop by.
How are you this fine evening?
Iron Cuff, I've got a certain number of those just for right now, but I am, might expand in the near future. So, all in good time. Oh, what? Come on, Mordo. Not cool, bruh. Not cool.
Did not evade at all.
Your Nightcrawler?
Didn't evade. I didn't even have to change forms. He was just like, I'm just gonna not evade for you. Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
I'll go in on this Mephisto just because I got a Hulk.
Yeah, go for it. He's awakened, but yeah. God, look at that. A 5-star awakened Mephisto has a PI of 2100. Okay.
It's actually 1929 for me now because
of the class advantage, yeah. What is he, like rank 1, level 1? Sig level 1?
So this is actually kind of nice. When Mephisto is in the phase where he's immune because he's recovering health from the soul charges, when I hit him, I'm still gaining 1% health back.
That makes sense. I mean, I think you and I were talking about that with some boss fight the other day. It was something. Oh, it was Hela was the final boss, and so while she was doing indestructible, you were still hitting her, and I mean, you were still hitting her, so it counted as 1% health, even though she wasn't losing any.
Exactly, yeah, because it's like all it says is you just have every time you hit, you recover.
Right, it has nothing to do with damage, so yeah, you could just keep stacking it up in those situations.
Go ahead and take out number 3 again.
And you might as well do 2, just because I don't know who I'm going to face. It'd be nice to not run into a weird, unblockable special attack.
Well, you do know who you're going to face. You're going to face Magic.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I was thinking about the first fight. Never mind. But I'm not really worried about True Strike either.
It still doesn't matter because you don't have any champions that can auto evade on their own. No, you don't. So, yeah. So I'll just take out that just to, save you from accidentally flipping like trying to block an L1.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, Super Gaming, I agree. These are fun. They could use a little tweaking, and there was the whole debacle with the milestone thing going on. Like I was saying at the top of the stream, Kabam did put out a post on the forums kind of breaking down the milestones and the explanation about the prestige and all that. I think they could have been a little bit kinder with the milestones and with the slack. We were talking the other night about the math of it all, especially if you're in now the top 2 brackets, because those got combined. There's basically
only having a 900 artifact, you can earn almost 2,000 in one day is a little cruel.
Exactly. That was the point I was going to make, is that you have half a day as leeway in a 42-day event. Like, that's nothing. And
to be fair, I do sort of understand it, because basically if you include the Trials of the King, the Trials of the Mad Titan, the monthly event quest, 3 5-star crystals from this event, you could probably earn 5 5-star champions just from this month alone.
No, you could, but again,
I kind of understand, but the leeway is really, really tight.
Exactly. So like I told you earlier, so for day 2, which, ended up earlier today, obviously, I missed a couple of the milestones. So literally 2 days into the event, I'm already out. I can't get the 3rd 5-star crystal. It's not happening. And again, I know it's, to a lot of people, these are complaints that they're not going to listen to because they're not even in that bracket, so they don't even get the opportunity. But if it had been the same for 4 stars for a certain bracket, and it might be, I didn't get a chance to do the math on all of them, then same deal. For missing half a day one time shouldn't automatically exclude you from getting the maximum amount of rewards when the event is so long.
Exactly. And I can kind of understand if they did still go out with the 900 artifact leeway, if random stranger matchmaking was enabled right from the start.
That's also a good point.
It's like, if I have 15 minutes or something, bang out a couple of dungeons just to try to score a few points, I'm not going to try to coordinate with a friend, because that's just going to take too much time, and then I'm not going to have time to run the actual dungeon.
Right.
I'm a stranger and just go in for 15 minutes. But I can't do that right now, and it's super tight on the leeway.
Yeah, I mean, again, when you have like the special event calendar that's 7 days long, if you miss a day, then yeah, like it's a real tight turnaround, but it's also a much shorter event, if you will. So yeah, you miss 1 day out of 7, that makes more sense. That's a good chunk of the overall participation. You miss half a day on 42 days. Like, that shouldn't burn you right away, Like, you should be able to maybe miss a day, 2 at the very most. But then after that, okay, you miss out on the top reward. But not even missing 1 full day and you're out, like, that's a bit harsh, Kabam. That's a bit harsh.
It's a little bit. You can go ahead and drop 4 for me.
Okay.
You want me to take out number 1?
Yeah, go ahead and take out 1.
Able to not stun Unstoppable Juggernaut for the first 10 seconds of the fight.
Right. I mean, it's doable, but it's just harder than it needs to be.
Easier to stun him.
Exactly.
The new Deadpool 2 trailer by chance?
You talking about it came out maybe a week or so ago?
I shouldn't say new, I should say the most recent.
Okay, I was going to say, like, yeah, if something came out today, then probably not. Although, I did see a funny clip that was involving Deadpool, actually. That did come out today. But yes, I did see... Hugh Jackman is wishing happy birthday to a friend of his or something, and Deadpool just
chilling in the background.
Just chilling in the background. Wow, that was great.
Okay, so you've seen the trailer then. Did you catch the couple of quick scenes that give a hint that Juggernaut is in the movie?
I still haven't gone back and rewatched it. I just watched the trailer like the one time or so. But I remember you talking about that in one of your streams recently, and then, either like IGN or one of the other sites that I go to, they had brought it up as like here's all the Easter eggs and stuff you may have missed from the latest Deadpool 2 trailer. And they mentioned it. So yeah, I've heard that. Not just from you, but from online as well.
Well, that's where I got it from. I watched like the 6-minute video of like the Easter eggs and stuff in the trailer. And I didn't catch it when I went through it the first time. But like I watched the video and then it played back. I'm like, oh, this is really cool.
Nice. I'll have to.
And I hope it's a much better Juggernaut. If he is in the movie at all, I hope it's a much better Juggernaut than like what was the X-Men Origins one.
No, it was what. It was X3. That's what it was.
Whatever movie he was in, but it's like that didn't really look like a Juggernaut. That looked like a dude in like elbow pads and a softball helmet.
No, I agree. And then what was that whole... I mean, I kind of vaguely remember it at the time, but apparently it was that Juggernaut meme at the time, or like shortly before the movie had come out. I guess it's not too bad. It's the whole, like, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch! I'm like, wait, this is a thing? Apparently? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I know, because that's... because you've seen the movie, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just a very weird take on Juggernaut.
No, I agree. And I mean, I like that guy. What's that?
Easy. He dashed back right at the start of the fight, and I was able to swing in and make him switch stances.
Nice.
I want to put an idea forward.
What you got?
I know we could probably keep going a couple of rooms, but with wanting to test out that Dungeon 2 theory, why don't we just conclude here?
And so then this time we should probably do max 3 stars then?
Go a team of max 3 stars, and then we'll just literally speed through these Dungeon 2s. And it'll like, obviously it's Dungeon 2, but it'll take a little bit for the points to kind of like ramp up. But I think you'll see what like I'm trying to get at once we kind of start going through them.
No, for sure.
we still got like 40 days left of the event, so it's worth, you know, trying a bunch of theories to, you know, see about like the best way to kind of like speed farm your points with relative ease. So
right.
Invite before I start editing my team. Here we go.
Thank you. You know, my hunch is that it'll be super easy. Why isn't it popping up? That's weird. Like, I got your invite, but then it didn't take me to the lobby. There we go. I'm assuming it'll be super easy. I'm assuming the points won't be that high. So yeah, hopefully they, like you said, they do start ramping up around, you know, room 8 or room 10 or what have you. But as you've said, you know, it is a mode that technically probably could be just done by one person.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Very, very easily doable by one person up to like at least room like 6 or 7.
Right.
I'm actually going to take the Mystic Path this time, if you don't mind.
That's fine. I'm just going to mess around and do the old Trinity.
So here's the thing. I don't have a 3-star Sparky.
Oh, really?
Go on.
What's up?
Why is this not working? Maybe it's because they reworked it this afternoon.
What's the problem?
2.
What's that? You cut out for a second.
We still can't.
We still can't do 2?
Yeah, so I'm wondering if this is now because of how they reworked it earlier this afternoon.
Maybe. I mean, the point change for Dungeon 6 wasn't supposed to take into effect until the next day, you know, so for me that it rolls over at noon. So that's 3 o'clock your time. So that's when, like, the new Dungeon 6 points were supposed to go into effect. As far as I knew, that would have been the other stuff, too.
It's really weird. I don't know why, then we,
So I can't see it on mine, of course, you know, since I can't pick the difficulty, not being the party leader. For Dungeon 3, what's the range? Like, what is it recommending that you use for Dungeon 3, if that shows it to you?
For Dungeon 3, the range is 3,300 to 20,999.
Okay.
But then the recommended range is 3,300 to 7,199.
That's probably the problem then, because we both have teams that are over that 7,100.
Because we can get into Dungeon 3. It's Dungeon 2 we can't get into.
But that's my point. I mean, if we're at the top end, if we're above the top end of Dungeon 3, then we're probably still even too strong for Dungeon. Can you even scroll to Dungeon 2 and look at the numbers?
I scroll to Dungeon 2. Range at the top is still the same, 3,300 to basically 21k, but the recommended is 1,200 to 3,299.
That's it then. Because that top one, that range, that's just going to be the range of the enemies. Of course, that'll just keep stacking as, you know, you go through room after room after room, I assume.
Most likely, yeah.
So then, yeah, the recommended, that second set of numbers, that's meant for your team, of course, but it also sounds like that's like the max. So if you're pushing that upper number and pushing it hard, which is what we are, if you said that the top number was 3,300 or whatever, we're more than double that with both of our teams. So they're probably shutting us down hard.
Why this morning I was able to do a Dungeon 2 with myself using this exact team.
Who were you partnered? Were you partnered with someone who had like a lower team?
They didn't have all maxed out 3 stars. But that's still really weird. Okay, so basically, screw this.
Yeah.
I mean, it was only a team of 3 stars, so it's not really gonna matter.
And I don't know how you're doing for points, but I literally need like 170 to get the last milestone.
Still need like 4,000.
Oh, okay. So if you don't mind, we could do a room or two.
Yeah, we can do a couple of rooms here just so we can get you the last couple of points.
Okay. And then I'll probably, I mean, I know it's after midnight for you, even though you're now on a 2-week plus vacation. But yeah, I'll probably wrap it up after that.
Okay, I'll probably keep going because I want to get all these milestones because I got my bachelor party tomorrow, so I won't be able to do stuff
That's a good point.
in the morning. So I want to get it cleaned up tonight.
No, that sounds good. And then a lot of my champs are on cooldown anyway.
You can go ahead and take out... What one is it that I want you to take out? You can go ahead and take out number 2.
Number 2. 3... Wow, dude, we're up against 5 stars? Look at this. I'm just looking at the mini bosses and then the final boss. Go ahead and take out 4. I'm not really worried about either since this is room 1, but yeah, that's fine. Sadler Arcade, I did see the Venom trailer that came out earlier this week. Spoilers, first of all, it's better because of the fact that it actually shows Venom, which the first one did not.
This is a true statement.
And that's pretty much like every recap of the trailer I saw, people said the exact same things. Like, well, it's already markedly improved because, you know, it's a movie called Venom, and it showed Venom. So that's a win right there.
I have one main concern with the movie, and I just hope that they're able to do this part well. So, with the movie, is they're clearly doing like an origin story essentially for Venom. Is that his original comic origin story? Man, Spider-Man is not in this movie.
Very true. And I mean, of course, I grew up on the 90s cartoon show where the origin story was, you know, you had that alien rock that came down, you know, crash landed. Peter Parker had it for a minute. He got all emo, and then he gave it up. And Eddie Brock took it because he was, you know, super upset at Peter Parker for ruining his life. And now you have Venom.
Yeah. Exactly. So, and like to the movie's credit, the movie was trash, in all honesty, but Spider-Man 3, the things that they at least did well was Venom.
To an extent. I mean, it sucked that he was like villain number 3 in a movie that was already, you know, stuffed to the brim.
But at least, like, the way that they created his character out of, like, you know, like, Spider-Man's at the top of the church, he hits the bell, you know, he finally gets the symbiote out of him, and then, you know, and then it falls on Eddie Brock. Then it's like, okay, like, you know, I can deal with the fact that, you know, the rest of the movie is kind of like, but at least you did that proper.
Oh no, I agree. Because again, like I said, growing up on the 90s cartoon, like that was straight out of the cartoon. Because I think that's exactly how it happened in that too. Like in the first or the second symbiote episode, like he went to a church to get rid of it, and the loud bell ringing got it off of him. It's, you know, sort of snuck its way down, and Eddie Brock was there, so he picked up the symbiote, and, you know, the rest is history.
I just want them to be able to do his origin story, because they have to basically now kind of change his origin story, because Spider-Man is not going to be in the movie.
Right.
The way that they change his story enough that it convinces me that this could have been his real origin story.
Side note, I literally have no preference for 3 or 4 because I'm not worried about either of Deadpool specials being unblockable. So, dealer's choice.
The special 2.
That's
for
fine.
the special 1. I don't even remember which one I picked.
You picked special 2.
And you can go ahead and take out number 2.
Number 2. Yeah, no, I agree.
It's either going to be a Morningstar or a Mephisto.
Oh, because of...
Because it's a mystic, it's got the charge.
Persistent charges, yeah. Nice. Yeah, that was a good thing that you... That's a good thing you picked up.
Because both of those are dimensional beings.
Also true.
Theoretically, the Morningstar.
Nice. I'm glad that we all seem to have this stuff on lockdown with trying to catch Kabam and stuff. And, you know, just picking up those little cues that, again, it's not that it's broken or anything, but that's just a nice little extra tip.
Nice extra information that me as a player can think that, then I get, you know, like a slight advantage when picking my roster.
Right, and you can just mentally prepare yourself better for the fight too, because like you said, you knew it was going to be one of those two. It had to be. So you were already able to kind of like predict what sort of fighting style you'll use in addition to what champ you're using.
Something that I just kind of thought of the other day, and this is kind of like a super weird, like, kind of like, you know, like philosophy, like raptor meme kind of thing. 2 debuffs on Blade will never have the same time.
Yeah, I'm like thinking of your logic in my head, and yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, as long as no, because that he doesn't even need to be awakened for that. It's just a passive ability on Blade.
Right, yeah, he doesn't have to be awakened, because that's just a regen. So yeah, literally, because of, you know, the duration of the bleed with his power level, yeah, you're right. It's kind of like, I'm sure technically it is possible, but it's so minute of a chance. Yeah. It's a weird but good thought, my friend.
I don't know. These random things just come to me at times when I don't even understand why.
All right.
Enough points for you to get your last milestone?
No, I literally need like 30 points. 30 or 40 at the most. I think it was like 170 something. I don't remember. So one more room if you don't mind.
Room.
And then I'll wrap it up. And like I said, then that way you can match up with someone who's got some better champs that are still available. So you can start getting through the milestones a bit more. Because, yeah, I had done that. Like I said, I had done one run, actually, with Tire Master, you know, from our alliance. Then I had done the run with Doc Strange. So between the two of them, I was pretty much covered after we started doing our stuff.
You can go ahead and drop number 2 for me.
Take a look real fast, yeah. Extra crit rate, extra damage. Just take out 3. That's fine.
Then almost clicked on 4.
I mean,
it wouldn't have really mattered.
Exactly. Like I said, it's not one where I'm really worried about either node. Thankfully, it has. I mean, I know this has been a little bit slightly lower stakes than when you and I were doing it the other day. But at least the luck with the nodes for you has been better tonight than it was the other night.
I was so pissed at that. Like, you have no idea.
I do, because you mentioned, I just got smacked. I just lost Dark Spidey. Oh, man. Total noob over here.
Wow. I'm kind of glad you're ditching after this, because I need someone who can play.
I was just messing around, and she smacked me with her L2, which, of course, basically killed me. That was... Who did you fight? Was it a Storm? Oh, yeah, it's Storm. Sorry.
I don't know. It's fine. I had a feeling it was a Storm when you said her L2. were basically almost guilty. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like Storm.
Exactly. Because I had, I don't know, like a power bar and a half. It was less than 2, but it was more than 1.
Yeah, like a couple nights ago, it was like I would get the choice between basically like Bane and Bane,
Right.
and you had the choice between like Bane and like 25% armor.
Hey,
Like,
man,
every time.
that 25% armor can be really tough.
Definitely.
But no, again, I know I wasn't in your...
No.
Oh, I know. I was in your stream for a bit yesterday, of course, but I was around when you mentioned that. So I know a little bit about how you felt about it.
And it's not like it was just like one room. It was like 5 in a row.
It really was. Like, I was starting to feel bad for you. I was like, do you want to, like, switch sides? See if maybe it'll help?
And...
Alright, come on, Sabretooth.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
What's up?
That's special one. Then I try to stay the intercept, so I felt a little bit better about myself as a player.
Oh, there you go. See, it all balances out.
And then to a special one, get standing intercept. Yeah, that cancels each other out.
There we go. Got Sabretooth down.
Righty, I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this Magneto with an Archangel.
Go for it.
Play an Archangel. Is whenever I can use my damn 3-star.
You'll get him eventually. I know you will. Even if you don't get him from this, you'll get him.
At some point. So my plan actually is since I already have Blade and Star-Lord already awakened as 5 stars. I'm saving my generic 5-star awakening gem that I get for 100% Act 5. The Archangel.
There you go. I mean, that's a great choice, obviously. You know, he's one where you don't even have to hesitate on a generic gem. He's definitely worthy of it.
Instant generic gem. The only thing that the only reason that would make me change it is if between the couple of 5-star awakening gem crystals that I'll be getting soon, and then the 5-star awakening gem crystal that you get from 100% 5.3.
Right.
If one of those is a mutant gem, then I'll use my generic from Act 5 exploration on my voodoo.
Yeah, I mean, that's also a solid choice. I mean, at this point, that's pretty much all I'm waiting for is pulling a voodoo, and he will get that generic gem pretty fast. Because there's really nobody for me. I mean, there's definitely nobody for me to use it on right now. Like, not a chance. So yeah, it's just collecting dust, which is fine. You know, I'm in no hurry to burn it. There's only one other one out there, and that's from 100% a Labyrinth, and I've only done one path, so that's going to be a while.
Just a bit.
A little bit. All right. So yeah, where are you?
300 points.
I'm going to go ahead and pull up your stream now. I closed yours shortly after we started, just because, like I said, I've been yellow for most of this stream. So I'm pulling yours back up right now.
To be fair, I did the same thing. Like, the less background stuff I have going on, the better.
Oh, for sure. But, yeah, let me pull yours up right quick. Oh, I didn't change my thumbnail. Whoops. I'll do that after the fact. I'll use your thumbnail, I promise.
I'm gonna throw a message in chat here online. Anyone up for dungeons to do dungeon 4? So I got that up. So another thing, while I'm waiting for responses there, Morningstar, the best champions to use for dungeons.
Yeah, because I know the persistent charges do carry over from room to room, so that's a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's amazing. Got Northwest Pacific is says that he's game, so I say cool.
Which one? Oh, I'm like, wait, who? Because there are two of them, but yeah, so very nice.
Okay, let's.
All right, so real fast before you get rolling. For people watching my stream, that is going to wrap it up for me. Rynot and I will test this, or, I'm sure he'll test it, or we'll figure it out. I know that was the plan of this video, and we just, even with 3 stars, we kept being too powerful. But now we'll figure it out at some point. So thanks everybody for watching. Shout out again to Rynot for Rynot, excuse me, for hanging out. Again, if you're not already, check out his channel. There is a link in the description below. Again, we're trying to get this man to 1,000 subs because we have the 6-7 hour live stream or so of crystal openings. But no, putting out really good content all the time. So do check him out. Drop that man a sub. Aside from that, I've got some more that I'm planning that I should have up tomorrow. I should have a couple of sessions of dungeons up. And then most likely I'll do a live stream Sunday night, assuming my brain has not exploded from watching Avengers. So yeah, I'll keep you all posted as best I can. Yeah, that'll wrap it up. Thanks everybody for watching. Take care. Bye, Rynot. And I'll see y'all next time.